776 before the Common Era. Spectacular boxing transformation event. Over several hundred years, from the beginning of the Minoan civilization to the Mycenaean civilization throughout Greece, it developed rapidly, becoming an indispensable part of Mycenaean society. However, boxing can only truly enter a new era when it is organized as a monumental event with a noble role. Olympia in 776 before the Common Era. Olympia, a sacred site dedicated to Zeus, the king of the Greek gods, became the stage for a remarkable sporting spectacle. Greek city-states set aside their rivalries that had endured for many years and jointly organized a sports competition in Olympia. This event was known as the Olympic Games, a grand gathering where Greek city-states came together to celebrate athleticism, competition, and honor their deities. In 688 before the Common Era, boxing officially included in the Olympic Games. Despite internal rivalries, Greeks still share a sense of pride, proud of the victory of Troy and strong and brave warriors like Patroclus or Achilles. To commemorate these heroes, in 688 before the Common Era, boxing was officially incorporated as one of the Olympic sports. This was a watershed moment, marking the ascension of ancient boxing from local bouts to the grandest of stages. Ancient boxing in Olympia. 1. Players. Participants in Olympic boxing were typically skilled athletes from various Greek city-states. However, due to political tensions between states, the Akecheria, an Olympic truce, was announced so that athletes and religious pilgrims could travel from their cities to the games in safety. This shows that boxing was calming competition in ancient Greece, demonstrating one of its good ideals. 2. Rules of ancient Greek Olympic boxing. Basically, during this period, the principles of boxing were as basic and rudimentary as they had been for several hundred years. Competitors were expected to uphold the ideals of fair play, respect for their adversary, and adherence to the rules. Victory, it was believed, should be achieved with honor. However, with development, competition is gradually becoming clearer. The games became a political tool used by city-states to assert dominance over their rivals. To limit tricks and preserve the sacredness of boxing, a number of bans have been created. Specifically, no holds or wrestling. Any type of blow with the hand was allowed, but no gouging with the fingers. Striking an opponent's eyes or targeting their genitals was considered dishonorable and off-limits. No ring was used. The Greeks did not enclose the competitors in a ring to encourage fighting in close quarters. Therefore, most boxers fought defensively as opposed to offensively to encourage patience and caution. These competitors were admired and celebrated for their physical prowess and commitment to the sport. There were no rounds or time limits. Victory was decided when one fighter gave up or was incapacitated. In addition, boxing in ancient Greece was not divided into individual rounds. Competitors fight until finish, usually by surrender or mutual exhaustion. Failed boxers could be attacked without consequence, just as if they were standing. No weight classes. Opponents were selected by chance. Any man who wished to participate in the event was welcome to regardless of strength or muscle mass, and participants competed with each other through random drawings. Judges enforced the rules by beating offenders with a switch or whip. Fighters could opt to exchange blows undefended if the fight lasted too long. These rules preserve the integrity of the match, ensuring a fair and respectful contest. 3. The referee. In ancient Greek Olympic boxing, There indeed was no referee overseeing the proceedings because the competition rules were very simple. All spectators present in the arena will be the fairest referees. They cheered up when the winner was gloriously determined. However, judges were elected and enforced the rules by beating the offenders with a switch or a whip. 4. Equipment. Traditionally, fighters rely on high mantas for protection. They were thongs of ox hide approximately from 9.8 to 12.1 feet long that were wrapped around the hands and knuckles numerous times. Athletes could insert their fingers into loops and clench them together to form a fist. However, from around 400 before the Common Era, when the Mycenaeans were under Roman rule, many new forms of protection appeared, such as sphaeri, oxys, or korikos. One more special thing in ancient Greece: athletes competed completely nude to demonstrate the harmony and perfection of their bodies to the people as part of worshipping the gods. 5. Awards and titles. Awards in this period were iconic. That is triumph. These awards often included laurel wreaths, olive branches, and other tokens of victory, serving as symbols of honor and glory. However, winning in the Olympics was not merely personal glory. It brought great honor to the victor's city-state. The athlete's achievement was celebrated as a source of immense pride for their community, reflecting the broader significance of boxing. 6. Significance of ancient Greek Olympic boxing. Boxing in the ancient Greek Olympics was more than a mere sport. It was a cultural and religious event of profound significance. These contests were held in the sacred city of Olympia, honoring the king of the Greek god Zeus. The games were intertwined with deep-seated beliefs and traditions. An Olympic boxing victory was not merely a physical triumph. It symbolized heroism, national pride, and the embodiment of Greek virtues such as courage, honor, and resilience. These bouts were not just displays of strength, but also allegories of the human spirit's indomitable nature. The Mycenaean marvel. Emerging from the legendary fight of heroes, the sport found its place within the hearts of the Mycenaeans. This was an era of robust development. The noble ideals of bravery, strength, and peace became the very essence of boxing. Warriors engaged in this art did not merely fight for glory. They symbolized the quest for tranquility in the country. Boxing became a crucible for forging unity among ancient Greek city-states, offering a peaceful outlet for their political rivals. Throughout the Aegean and the Greek mainland, boxing spread like wildfire, transforming from a humble pastime into a revered tradition. But around 200 before the Common Era, Mycenaean civilization began to decline and came under the domination of the Roman Empire. Boxing continued to have major changes during the period of Roman rule. Let's look forward to the next part, the heroic history of boxing Part 3, Ancient Boxing in the Roman Era.